Hello and welcome to Team A's project. We will be discussing the education project, and this is the first presentation in November 2016. The goal of the project is to develop an education portal basing it on examples such as YouTube, Coursera, where the students are able to learn from the content that is put up there. And then to improve on this with our design, taking examples of Blackboard and merging it together with the videos that students can watch, and then integrating it with note-taking tools and other interactive tools that would make it easier for students to learn, to share, to talk to each other in a way that Piazza allows through forum-based, or in the way that Blackboard allows with discussion forum-based, and to maybe include multiplayer games into the project where students can refine their abilities by reiterating it in their heads based on the games. This complicated description can be broken down into this: an education portal that improves upon the existing examples, Blackboard, Coursera, YouTube, student-friendly with peer-to-peer sharing, integrated note sharing, communications such as the forums, a notification system to involve the user and remind them that there are notifications, and a question and answer forum so that they can interact with their peers and their teachers, with optional games to enhance concept retention. So the plan then becomes to develop this system based on the two types of users, where the students will be assigned to the projects and resources by the teacher, who will be able to assess the students to make sure nobody's fallen behind. The resources that the students will help them learn in a structured, supported environment, and they'll have access to the library resources, the games, and the tools where they can talk to their teachers and to the other students, and not be by themselves. This is a design that we will take based on the prototype from the pencil sketches, create it, and work through iteration, making sure that we are getting exactly the same sort of thing based on the existing examples, using their user interfaces as a guide, using their systems as a guide, seeing what a teacher would need. Going back, starting with the sketches again, going back through, making sure that we are keeping up with the project description, but also that we are meeting the needs of the users and the system as it shows up.
This is the current iteration prototype of our student educational portal. After logging in, the student is taken to a welcome page where they are quickly able to see a brief snapshot of all their assignments, content classes, and different notebooks that they have available. The sidebar contains more permanent information that is collapsible, which allows this to get larger. Students can upload assignments directly to each class by dragging and dropping directly from their computer, adding any notes to their instructor, selecting their assignment, and submitting. They're also able to link directly to new content without going through some main class page. Instructors will be able to push content directly to students in the portal, where they can view videos, download any slides, anything else the instructor would want to include, and take notes directly into their class notebook. The notebooks will be structured however the user finds easiest. They can drag and drop links directly from their class content directly into their notebook to link to later. Type in their notes and their text, copy and paste, and link to class discussions and any other content that they would like to. We have mainly focused on our student users at this point in our iteration process. However, we do have a faculty page where faculty can, quickly see their assignments to grade. We'll be able to upload content and do other things to help students. Our previous prototypes were mostly sketches, which were helpful to see the basic structure of our interface, but not for much else. So we quickly moved on into pencil prototype, which definitely allows everyone to get a better feel for the interface. Overall, the team is satisfied with the look of our current prototype, so we will be moving forward with the faculty interface and developing the student-to-student collaboration portion of our project platform.
We've gone through a few iterations over the course of this project, though this is the first we've pinned down with a model. We started from the context of Blackboard, since that is what we've all been using already for this class, and because it's pretty well accepted as the standard. We thought of improvements from that point based on the difficulties we've encountered on our own use of the platform. We also thought to include as core functionality features that are currently fulfilled through external platforms. Note-taking and a strong video platform are our current focuses. Personal experience didn't give us the full picture though, as we're a relatively similar set of students. Personas were useful in helping us to account for the wide array of students there are. Through personas, we were able to consider what an education platform might need to focus on for a wide variety of majors, from science to art. We also consider the variety of skill levels we will encounter from our users. We seek to make user error hard to encounter and build a system that handles it gracefully when it does. At the same time, we want to provide the tools for power users to flourish. Furthermore, personas help us to account for the fact that our platform needs to respond to the needs of instructors as well, and gave us the opportunity to figure out what those needs would be. We have adhered very closely to the user-centered design fundamentals that we have covered over the course of this class. Our primary focus in our design is the end user. We are dedicated to building this web application to be clean, simple, and effective. We are using all we've learned so far to lay out our data in a way that is logical and easy to absorb.
When we look into project status, it's good for us as a group to know exactly where we're at in the project, what goals we've set for the future, and what we need to fix and work on. So let's jump right into project status. When collaborating with the team and talking about where we're at, are we on schedule? Are we way behind? Are we ahead? We figured out that we are right on schedule, and we are using our team website. We're updating that as much as we can to figure out what needs to be done, how have we done it, check it off. Also, I found that using the suggested iteration schedule in the project tab is very helpful as well. It has a breakdown of where you should be, at this day or at this week, and I think we are following it, and I do believe that we're right on schedule as of right now. We've narrowed down some of the risks of the project to include some of the bigger risks, because there's those small risks as, will your computer turn off when you're doing something and stuff like that. But some of the main risks, one of them is not communicating when you could have one of, or two, or three, or your whole group could just go AWOL, and then there goes your grade. So communication is very key. Maintaining contact with all members, not just one or two. Checking to see if somebody else needs help. Can you help them? Get them caught up. Keeping up high morale is very important as well. You want people to be excited to be in this group and not go AWOL, and obviously communicate because they want to be there. And then using the use of Google Hangouts or Google Documents has been really helpful as well, and I really think that that's going to keep up the communication too. Another thing is misunderstanding requirements. That could be a huge risk, because if you don't know exactly what you're doing, you might end up with an F. You always want to be double checking. You always want every single member of the group to take a look at the requirements. Maybe they see something that you're not. And then if all else fails, ask your instructor. Asking the TA is what we found out to be very helpful, and then the discussion board. A lot of these students in class are a lot smarter than I, and And so going there is very helpful as well. And then scheduling, you have people in all different parts of the US and probably some groups where people live in different parts of the world, and scheduling can get very hard, but if you can nail that down, it's definitely subdues that risk behind scheduling. Using the education project for our choice, we wanted, with our first iteration, just have a basic layout of what we want it to at least look like, and with this next iteration we want the students and the faculty to be able to at least log in. We want to have the main login page working. We want to have those students or faculty be able to log in and to get somewhere at least, and then our goals is to have the teachers be able to upload videos and also to have the students be able to watch the videos. I think it's a very baseline goal that we can have for this next iteration. It's very doable, and this finishes up our presentation. I hope you liked it.